Everyone, back with another video, Confessions of a Removal Expert. Today I'm going to show you guys the cots that I use to make removals and do calls with. Video might get a little shaky because I'm going to be walking around doing everything one-handed, trying to show you how they work and operate. And also, excuse the mess, but my kids like to come in here and do winter baseball practices and lift weights and tear apart mopeds and all that. So yeah, these are the cots I use. These ones are called Moby F500s. I think the 500 stands for the capacity, which is 500 pounds. But there's several different models. I don't remember the other model numbers because I don't really have any need for the other ones. But there's a 1,000-pound capacity, so it's the 1,000 pounds are quite a bit wider. You can't fit two of them in the back of the van, but they're handy to have if you ever get somebody that's really, really heavy. They also make another one that's called a high-rise cot, where this side right here sits up probably another, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 inches, and that would be for like if you have a Suburban or some sort of higher ride height vehicle that you need the front part of the cot to be quite a bit higher. That way you're not struggling trying to lift it into the bed of the vehicle. But I use minivans, so these ones work fine. There's another brand called Furnos that I like a whole lot more, but when I moved to Indiana and decided to keep doing this, I checked into the Furnos and they were, I think, 3 to 4 months back ordered. Like, you really couldn't even get them, and I searched around a little bit trying to find used ones, and I just didn't have any luck. So I read some reviews, talked to a few people that have had these ones, and they all liked them, so I decided to just go with them, and they've been good to me. I don't have any employees now that tear them up and ruin them, so it's just me using them, and they've lasted 4 years and still work just like the day I got them. So yeah, this is what they look like. These wheels right here, that's what sits on the bed of the van inside, and that helps them roll in and out smoothly. There's a red lever right here, and that's what lowers them and raises them. They're multi-level, which is really nice. So they go down. You can just keep clicking them down, multi-levels. I think there's 6 or 7 levels. That's nice, so that you can just set it up right next to a bed or a couch and lower it to the exact level you need, and then gently transfer the person over onto the cot. Back in the day, they used to have cots kind of similar to this, but they were either all the way up or all the way down, so that made it a lot more difficult. Some of the EMTs, paramedics, they have the Furno brand cots, and they're yellow and black, and they've got like a button on them, and they just automatically raise and lower. And people have asked me over the years, why don't you just get one of those? And because I'm not paying $6,000 for a cot. So these ones work fine. They're small, they're maneuverable, and they do well. So back here, this little arm just sits into a cup that I have mounted into the bed, and that's just so it doesn't roll back and forth while you're driving. Got a brake on each wheel back here, which is really handy. These cots are actually designed to tip up in case you have to navigate a tight hallway or corners or things like that. So what I would do is just put the feet down on this bar so they don't slide off. And then you would lower this side all the way down, and you can tilt it up. And then maneuver it. One thing you got to be careful of, though, the way these things are designed, if you tilt it back and you pull that red handle to lower this leg down right here, if you pull the red handle before it's all the way to even, the whole thing collapses. And that's something you definitely don't want to do, especially with a family present. So I always keep extra sheets with me, just in case you got to wrap a body bag up that's leaking or something like that. And sheets make it way easier to move somebody. So that's pretty much it. That side goes in first. You'd wheel it up to the vehicle, get those legs set up, or those wheels set up on the bed, and then you pull the red handle. Both legs collapse, and you roll it right in. Same thing when you go out. So they work really well. But, yep, so those are the cots that I use to do my calls in. If you have any questions or about the cots or anything like that, let me know. Like and subscribe. Later.